This is what F1 team bosses say about Max Verstappen. Toto Wolff said that Max Verstappen is a complete idiot. And this is only the beginning. Toto Wolff. Everyone knows Toto Wolff to be the most impactful Mercedes team principal since he arrived, bagging 8 constructors titles with the team. He arrived in the same year as Hamilton to Mercedes and is very fond of the driver. While he is a clear supporter of Lewis Hamilton, Toto believes Max Verstappen has done an enviable job, but Toto never leaves out his cheeky remarks. He said, "Max is also doing a fantastic job. He's probably driving better than the car is actually capable of bringing. Max is definitely a fantastic star for the future, but he's not alone." When he was questioned on the title battle between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, Toto Wolff easily tilted towards Hamilton and said, "It's great that we have a fight between 2 outstanding drivers, and the championship has swung in both directions. Yes, we love the battle. It is just what the doctor ordered after the past 7 years." What doctor, Toto? Mattia Binotto. Mattia has been with Ferrari from the 90s after obtaining a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering in 1994. In 95, he joined Scuderia Ferrari in the engine department and has been with the team ever since. He has served in various capacities for the Formula One team and has raced against Hamilton for years. The Ferrari chief is quite experienced with the racing style of Hamilton. Binotto believes Max has the qualities of any good driver, but tipped the last championship to Hamilton. I hope he's glad he didn't bet on that. Max is a talented driver. He's very talented, he's very fast, and I think he's a good boy. When asked about who he cheered for in the recently concluded season, Mattia Binotto said, "I always cheer for ourselves at Ferrari, but I also cheer for Max because I think it's good for sports to break the status quo. It's an exciting battle. First of all, they are 2 extraordinary drivers and very talented. If I had to make a bet though, I think Lewis wins. I say this because Mercedes wins. They are a solid team and they've shown what they are in recent years." Jost Capito. Capito had his first job in motorsport back in 1985 with BMW and luckily worked his way to the top echelon of Williams. He has served in various teams including Sauber, McLaren and the current Williams. Capito gave his remarks on the crash incident between Verstappen and Hamilton in Baku and said, "I don't think it's absolutely right to look for someone to blame, especially when it's not clear, and it wasn't clear here. So you should say, okay, they are racing drivers, so let them drive." Jost Capito maintained his middle position and didn't pick a side, but shared his thoughts saying, "It's part of racing. Things like this have happened in the past. If you had such an exciting battle for the title, something like this always happens during the season." If you are new, subscribe to the channel and ring the notifications bell to stay tuned to our channel. Gunther Steiner. Gunther was a former director of Jaguar Racing before it was sold to Red Bull, and even served as technical operations director for the new team for a while. Currently, he is the team principal of the Haas Formula One team, and like all Red Bull supporters, he maintained that Verstappen and Red Bull had what it took to emerge winners of the champions. Red Bull is doing a good job, and it's possible for Red Bull to win. I think a lot of Mad Verstappen especially. He can do it. Despite his age, he has enough experience to be a champion. He also doesn't need to race as aggressively and attackingly again because he has a really good car now. Max Verstappen was Gunther's top pick for the 2021 season, and he affirmed it by saying, "Max is the driver to beat." Why? Because he scores more points. Frederic Vasseur. Frederic Vasseur is known as a father in motorsports, having spent so much time in the operations from karting to Formula One. He witnessed the races from both Max and Lewis. I remember Max perfectly when he was racing go-karts, and Max, went directly to F3 where he was strong. He has become stronger and stronger in F1. Maybe not in terms of raw pace, but in terms of everything else. He's a strong guy who gets the job done. In the 2021 season, when asked who could win the championship, Vasseur mentioned, "It's difficult to know that. It's a very tight fight. Every single small event could decide the championship. But I will say Lewis to make it 1-1 with Gunther. I think he was able to manage this kind of situation in 2007 and 2008 at the beginning of his Mercedes journey. He is a competitor, and I have no fear for him. He will be a fighter until the end. It's difficult to know that. It's a very tight fight, but I think one of the topics is also reliability. This could be a game changer for the championship because they are so close. Christian Horner. Christian Horner started his racing career as a driver and evolved to becoming a manager. He has been with Red Bull since 2005, clutching 4 constructors' titles to his name. Horner has always lauded Max Verstappen for his performance, and in the 2021 season praised the Dutchman for winning in a lesser-performing car than Mercedes. He has no doubt that if Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen were in the same car, the latter would come out at the top. You can't deny anything Lewis has achieved. He is one of the absolute greats and statistically the most successful in history. But you put Max and Lewis in that Mercedes car, and I have no doubt who would come out on top. Put Lewis in our car, and I also have no doubt who would come out on top. With Max, anything is possible. Max has wrung every ounce of performance out of this car this year. And since the summer and Mercedes' upturn in speed, it has been Max who has kept us in this championship, the way he is driven. He's been absolutely outstanding. I think we've just given him a better car, and he's made great use of it. He's finished every race either first or second bar one, where he had half his car missing in Budapest. And the statistics talk for themselves. The amount of laps that he's led, the pole positions, the race victories, he's been outstanding, and so few mistakes under massive pressure. I think what you forget is the amount of pressure that there's been building and building through the championship. And the way as a young man that he's dealt with and coped with that has been inspirational. No doubt Max has been inspirational so far, clutching his first title 7 years after he entered as the youngest driver in 2015. Beyond doubts, the young Dutchman has shown he's capable of speed and attacking on the tracks. While some might have their reservations about the driver, it's safe to say that he has undoubtedly broken the status quo of Formula One, and the team principals agree. Adding to his debut F1 World Championship, Max Verstappen also topped the vote of Best Driver of the Year amongst team principals. With 213 points in the team boss's top 10 drivers of the year, he led the second position with 21 points. Do you agree with any of the team principals? If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and share the video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe and ring the bell right beside it to get notifications.